On the show tonight, we start with a shocking incident in the state of West Bengal that once again puts the spotlight back on how the corrupt can escape the law with impunity under the ruling state government. That's the allegation that's being made by the opposition. A former Trinamool Congress strongman, Sheikh Shah Jahan, is back in the headlines yet again a year after his arrest around whatever was transpiring or happened at Sandeshkhali. And why is he back in the headlines? Because a key witness in the ongoing probe against this former Trinamool Congress leader says that Shah Jahan tried to kill this eyewitness. Bholanath Ghosh makes a shocking allegation.
মানে এটা হচ্ছে একদম পূর্ব পরিকল্পিত প্ল্যান আমাকে নিশ্চিত মারার জন্য।
ফোনে অনবরত বাবার সাথে হুমকি টুমকি দিত, সেটা কি সব বাবা সবাইকে বলবে? ওর কাছে ফোন জেল থেকে দেওয়া হয়েছে। তো
শাস্তি চাই, ফাঁসি হোক, নয়তো আমার বাচ্চাকে আমার বুকের মধ্যে ফিরিয়ে
সিবিআই নোটিশ আছে, লাস্টে কিছুদিন ছিল, তার আগে ছিল না।
बलात्कार होता है तो बलात्कारी को बचाने के लिए टीएमसी खड़ी हो जाती है।
यूपी में विक्टिम गर्ल का फैमिली एक के बाद एक जब मर्डर हो रहा था तब भाजपा किधर थे?
Let us quickly understand, viewers, the sequence of events and the main players of the incident that we're referring to. Former Trinamool Congress leader Sheikh Shah Jahan of Sandeshkhali allegedly plotted a murder conspiracy against the witness Bholanath Ghosh in a rape case. And this is what the witnesses claimed. The witness was severely injured in a road accident after a truck in full speed hit their car, in which his younger son and the driver of the car were killed. Bholanath Ghosh is a key witness in a case relating to the attack on ED officers travelling to question Trinamool Congress strongman Sheikh Shah Jahan in Sandeshkhali in January 2024. Now, while talking to CNN News 18, the daughter of Bholanath Ghosh has said that Shah Jahan intimidated her father from jail, and he was allowed to use a phone inside jail to make these threat calls. Bholanath has further stated that he knows the driver of the truck that collided with his vehicle near the Boiramari petrol bunk in North 24 Parganas district. Now, according to Ghosh, Alim Mullah, an aide of Sheikh Shah Jahan, was the driver who was driving the lorry that crashed into their vehicle. In fact, Alim Mullah was one of those involved in the attack on ED officials last year, but the wife of Alim Mullah has denied his involvement. The lorry was reportedly in the name of Abdus Samad. His family later informed that Samad had sold the lorry to Nazrul Mullah. Samad's daughter informed that he sold the car to Nazrul, while News 18 reached out to Nazrul's residence. His wife said her husband is also not at home. So it's getting very, very murky, and CCTV footage very clearly shows that there was a bike that sped across soon from the accident site. Looked like someone was calling or someone was intimating and saying, apprising the lorry driver of these movements. Now, the cops have registered a case of murder. Radhika Khera, spokesperson of the BJP, should be joining us. Dr. Anand Ranganathan is with us, and Professor Manojit Mondal also with us. My namaste, Jai Hind and Vande Mataram to everybody. Radhika Khera ji should be joining us any moment now. But Professor Manojit Mondal, this is a sad state of affairs. This is not something that is expected in Bengal. The allegation by the BJP and the opposition is that this is a free run for goons, and this is all happening ahead of the upcoming elections. Your response?
I mean, this is definitely a very serious matter, and the police, I think, has in right earnest taken up the case not as an accident. Apparently, it appears to be an accident, but the police have rightly probably registered a case of murder. And that's the difference between what is happening in elsewhere. When we say that in broad daylight, when SP was killed in Haryana, you know it very well. Again, the same kind of mafias, were behind that DSP's murder in Haryana. Even in UP in case of the rape and murder, the witnesses were murdered. No cases were registered. And Odisha, very recently, 3 months ago, one of the prominent BJP leaders was shot down in just brought, just in the evening, and nothing has happened. But unlike in those cases, I think in Bengal the police is acting, and they have registered a case of murder, no less. I think if there is any conspiracy, the culprits will be nabbed, even if they have got any political leanings to any political party, including TMC, none of them will be spared. That is the Raj Dharma in Bengal that Mamata Banerjee has been, I think, has been maintaining for the last 11, 12 years in the state of Bengal. Again, I repeat, unlike in other states, where we do not see justice, the scepter of justice being held in high. But in case of Bengal, it's happening. Again, I repeat.
Radhika Khera is with us. Radhika Khera, would you like to respond? Because it is Bengal that the cops have registered a case of murder and not accident, and that Sheikh Shah Jahan or whoever are the perpetrators will be accounted for. Unlike elsewhere, especially in BJP-ruled states. Yes, please.
Good evening to everyone. Unlike elsewhere, it is the only West Bengal is the only state where the chief minister, who is a woman herself, she goes on to blame every victim every time a woman is attacked or raped. She is the one who has the audacity to tell women to stay back at home and not leave their houses after dark. That is the only state where this is happening. Previously, it did happen in Delhi, which was ruled by the Congress government, and Sheila Dikshit ji had gone on to say this, ladki hai, raat ko bahar kyun nikli thi, when a journalist by the name of Soumya was murdered in a brutal manner at midnight in Delhi's Vasant Vihar. Having said that, Mamata Banerjee is also the Home Minister, and we've seen multiple cases of rape. We've seen multiple cases where she's gone on to question the victim. She's gone on to save those who are the accused, and kahin na kahin the link always reaches to the TMC and how the accused are saving them. And look at the audacity of those people who are trying to kill the witness, have already killed the son, trying to break the backbone of the witness so that kahin na kahin kisi bhi tarike se wo jaake gawahi na de, trying to dilute the case, trying to ensure that the safety of those accused. All this, I say it with utmost responsibility, is happening under the watch and the protection of the Chief Minister, Srimati Madam Mamata Banerjee. It is very unfortunate and sad, from Babar coming out of his grave to this Sandeshkhali incident and to numerous incidents against rape where the accused have been protected by Mamata Banerjee and her government. Each time Mamata Banerjee is failing the women and the people of West Bengal. And to top it all, she even goes on to say, मैं देखती हूँ कि घुसपैठी कैसे बाहर निकलेंगे. This is the sad and unfortunate state of West Bengal, and nowhere in India do we see any chief minister going and standing up for those culprits, standing up and standing with the culprits, standing with the Rohingyas and the people कि मैं उनको बाहर नहीं जाने दूंगी, standing against the victims. Shameful state which has been continuously happening, and that woman does nothing.
I'm going to keep the ambit of this debate largely focused on Sandeshkhali. Now, public memory is quite fickle, but it's all chronicled in the media and also by the courts of the country of how many efforts had to be taken before any action was taken against Sheikh Shah Jahan. What were the utterances of the various leaders from various Trinamool Congress corners, including the Chief Minister and Chief Minister's office herself, before Sheikh Shah Jahan was actually apprehended. How ED officials and central officials were actually treated when they went down on ground. All of this is chronicled. The women of Sandeshkhali, what they had to say, and what Ms. Mamata Banerjee's earlier interpretation of what was happening was. All of this, I'm sure, is not lost in public memory, Dr. Ranganathan.
No, absolutely. Good evening, Anand, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, the details of this absolutely horrendous, terrible incident will emerge soon. But I'm afraid whataboutery seems to be the sole refuge of the TMC. Now, doubtless, witnesses in cases that involve politicians and political parties, of course, have been coerced, threatened, murdered. But does that mean it's all right if this continues? Do two wrongs make it right? I condemn it across the board whenever it has happened, wherever it has happened. Finally, it is also a point that when this witness, the most important key witness, was going to the court to give his testimony, why was he not under police protection? Was there any policeman inside the car? It seems to me that his son and the driver have lost their lives and he's barely survived. Look, it's not a question of just this incident, as you rightly said, Anand. They say the darkest hour is just before dawn. But I want to ask you, where is the dawn? I want to ask Didi and her clutch of Albert Spears, how many Bengal stories will you hide? You hid the 2024 post-poll violence, the brazen attack on BJP voters, withholding of funds to districts that voted BJP. blocking their water supply. But then you also hit the 2021 post-poll violence, the murderous attack on ED officials, the Ram Navami violence, arrests of doctors who complained of COVID mismanagement, jail for sharing Didi cartoons, slapping of UAP on Bhangra activists, sedition charges on journalists, threats of stopping government ads, political murders, ethnic cleansing, the fleeing of hundreds of Hindus from Murshidabad. Are you also going to hide the alleged systematic sexual assault and torture of women in Sandeshkhali? How many acres of carpet would you need to hide all this, I want to ask? Where are all those who accuse Modi of killing democracy at the drop of a hat? Where are they hiding? They keep saying, we treat truth to power, we speak truth to power. In reality, they speak truth only to Modi, not when those in power are Didi.
Okay. Manojit Mandal, please respond.
No, my good friend Dr. Ranganathan has been talking about all these things probably for the last 7-8 years, almost the same kind of narratives. Nothing really happened. Even in case of the post-poll murder, look, CBI is investigating for the last 5 years, 4.5 years. Why is the conviction? Even in this case, Mr. Anand Ranganathan, even in this case, the CBI is investigating. What is CBI doing? This person, Mr. Sheikh Shah Jahan, he has been expelled from the party the moment he was arrested. In fact, he was arrested by Bengal police, not by the CBI, and then he was handed over to the CBI. CBI तो फिर आपको बोलना पड़ेगा निकम्मा है. अगर पोस्ट पोल वायलेंस आपको पता चलता है दिल्ली से, यहाँ का बीजेपी के घर जला जाता है, बीजेपी people are not getting water, then what is CBI doing? For the last 4.5 years, you asked this question to CBI. Again, you talk about Ram Navami violence, NIA investigating Ram Navami violence. What has happened to that, Mr. Ranganathan? Please inquire into NIA. And if the police protection was not given, CBI should have asked. And this person, if he was fearing his life, he should have asked for police protection. Did he ask for the police protection? Did he fear his life earlier? We don't know that. This is a very unfortunate case that had taken place. And I repeat, even apparently this was apparently as a case of accident, police have registered a case of murder. And the police is investigating. Let us wait for the investigation to come, to get over.
The case of...
Why are you jumping the gun?
The point is...
Anyone has been found complicit with this accident.
We'll try and
murder. Definitely action will be taken.
Okay. No, we'll try and play out. We'll try and play out what Bholanath Ghosh actually told Kamalika.
Yes, but did he ask for protection?
No,
I want to know because there is a witness protection system in place in the country.
No. He did, and he says that this intimidation sequence is not the first one. This is a series of intimidation that has happened repeatedly, and it's been happening. No, he has, and it has happened.
Ask for police protection in writing. That can be given.
1 minute, he has, and the fact is that he says that he has repeatedly complained about this, and yet nothing has been done. Now, just Radhika Khera and Dr. Ranganathan wanted to respond, and then we...
those documents. If he has asked for the definitive, the action should be taken against the police also.
Yeah,
please
so
furnish those documents.
It has not been taken, and the fact is that he called Sheikh Shah Jahan called him from jail. Using a phone and was threatening and intimidating again and again.
That should have been communicated to the police or the CBI. Mr. Anand, did he communicate that to the police or CBI?
Manojji,
that should be communicated in writing that Sheikh Shah Jahan is threatening me from jail.
See, the point is nothing has happened.
We do not know that.
What I'm trying to say is nothing has happened. He's lost a son. And that's the level to which the intimidation is happening. That's the level. The idea was to bump him off.
He should have, if he had
the idea was to bump him off.
Was receiving threat calls from Mr. Shah Jahan. He should have communicated in writing to the police and to the CBI.
My simple thing is, I don't want to raise my voice and I don't want to speak over each other. So just please
I'm
yield.
Not raising my voice. I'm raising my concern.
Please yield. What I'm trying to say is, let Radhika Khera and Dr. Ranganathan respond, and then we'll play out what Bholanath Ghosh had to say. Yes, Radhika Khera.
Radhika, can I? Because my name's been taken before.
Here.
Okay, please allow Dr. Ranganathan, and then I'll come to you, Radhika ji. Please. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan. Yeah.
Just a couple of rebuttals to my very good friend Professor Mondal. Number one, if he keeps on blaming the police at the central level, then can he please ask for president's rule in Bengal, because then the state has the law and order under it, then the law and order and the police would be under the center. Stop blaming what the point of the responsibility that lies squarely on the shoulders of the state police. Number two, can you please tell me, Professor Mondal, that was it or was it not under the directives of the High Court of Kolkata that the case was handed over to CBI? How long did it take for Sheikh Shah Jahan, who was on the run, to be arrested? Please tell me the number of days.
Yeah.
So that I know that your police is so prim and proper. That how long did it take once the cases came out and Shah Jahan was arrested? Please tell me the days.
Okay, see,
answer?
let's just hold that question there. Viewers, one has to realize
Can I
that
respond?
most of the investigations that were taken over by central agencies were taken because of multiple court orders and adverse notings and rulings by the court and dragging of feet by the state police.
Then what is the CBI
one minute,
doing?
sir.
We
One
want to
minute, sir.
know.
I'm just going to put it.
Answer
I'm
this
just going
question to the
I'm
people
just
of
going to
this
put
country
it.
and to the court.
Allow me to
What
complete.
they've been doing in
Please
the
don't
post-war
speak over
violence
me.
case for the
Please
last
don't
4.5
do this.
years.
Please don't do this. Allow me to complete. The second part, the latter part. 1 minute. Let me just complete. Let me just complete what I'm saying. Don't do this, please, Professor. Please, mat kariye na. So what I'm saying is, I'm just saying, don't. I'm not over. Allow me to complete my sentence. Allow me to complete. Allow me to complete. Please don't heckle me. Please don't heckle me. You're better than this. Manojit, please. What I'm trying to say is, the part that you have raised is that once the investigation was handed over to the central agencies, what has happened to the investigation and where is the perpetration, where is the charge sheet? That's the question. But the fact is, the other part of the truth, or the whole truth is that this all should have been handled by the state police, but the courts decided the state police is incompetent and cannot do it, and that's why this happened. The other thing is, Bengal in the last 11 years is the only state, viewers, where central agencies were held captive, where central agencies have been thwarted from doing their job, where central agencies have been called names and they have been surrounded. Be it CBI officials by the state police, be it ED officials by the Trinamool Congress netas, or even election commission when they want to go down and do their job on ground. So and their authorities and their people. So they are all central institutions. So I'm just making an observation. Radhika Khera, 1 minute. Radhika Khera.
You know, for months and months together, the SC/ST women of Sandeshkhali kept crying that they are being raped again and again. But yet Mamata Banerjee did not believe them, her ministers mocked them, and everyone went on to protect this monster. After that, the court had to intervene and pull up West Bengal police, which comes. I did not speak over you, sir. Please don't do that. This is not West Bengal where you can speak over me. So zip it up.
She didn't heckle you. She didn't speak over you. Please don't do
Please mute him.
Please, no, please don't do this.
No, I am
Please
not
don't do
lying.
this. Please
I am
don't
not
do this.
Mamata Banerjee's spokesperson.
Yeah, please don't bring down the quality of the debate. No, please. I request you, Professor Manojit Mandal, please don't do this. Yes, Radhika Khera, complete.
Thank you. The High Court had to intervene and wrap the Bengal police on their knuckles and say that it's been 55 days and you're playing hide and seek and you're not able to arrest that man. What kind of drama is this going on? You better arrest him. This is what the reality of Mamata Banerjee's police is. Then after that, when he was arrested, he roamed around with a victory sign as if he's won, because it was a pre-decided arrest कि कैसे they are going to protect the monster. So just imagine a man who is sitting inside jail ensuring that the victim is not protected. Victim protection has now changed to victim elimination under Mamata Banerjee's watch, and he is ordering the killing of the family members and ensuring that those who are the witnesses are finished, sitting from jail. Just imagine what those women of Sandeshkhali must have gone through if this is the way that monster is getting everything available. What is extremely sad is that in West Bengal, rapists are getting protection, criminals are getting political protection, and witnesses are being eliminated. This is a sad and shameful reality of West Bengal, which is not there in any other state, and that too, where a woman is the chief minister and the home minister.
Right.
This is the sorry and sad condition of women. She should be ashamed and she should resign from her post immediately.
Right, and then in that case, if the BJP feels so strongly about what the injustice being meted out to the people of Bengal, then they should also do a dharna in front of the CBI and the ED offices, because they have failed to charge sheet the victims of the perpetrators of the political violence. They have failed to charge sheet the perpetrators of Sandeshkhali. They have failed. They are just in prison. They have failed to procure conviction for more than 300 families who are displaced, who had to flee to Assam, flee to Jharkhand, and flee to all these places because of the post-poll violence, and it's under central investigation, and nothing has moved on that. So let us also not forget that our central agencies are also sitting on their backsides, not moving in to try and teach these perpetrators a lesson. The central agencies have not been able to even hold to account the police officers who orchestrated the gherawing of CBI officials. They have not been able to take action against those people also. They continue to operate in Bengal. So there is a certain level of lackadaisical approach even by the central agencies, and we will call it out. I just want to play out what Bholanath Ghosh had to say.
कल क्या हुआ घटना और आपको क्या लगता है?
মানে এটা হচ্ছে একদম পূর্ব পরিকল্পিত প্ল্যান আমাকে নিশ্চিত মারার জন্য। আমার ছেলেটাকে তো দিয়েছে নিরপরাধ একটা ড্রাইভার চলে গেছে, ঈশ্বর আমাকে বাঁচিয়ে রেখেছে। এটা দেখছি অনেক আগে থেকে প্রোগ্রামটা চলছে, বুঝতে পারিনি।
आपको मारने से इन लोगों का क्या फायदा?
ওর সিবিআইডিআর কেসে আমি সাক্ষী আছি।
और ये जो ड्राइवर था उसको आप पहचानते थे?
ও খুব আমার কাছের ছেলে, পাশের ছেলে।
वो कौन है? वो क्या शाहजहां इसके पीछे और आपको क्या लगता है कि शाहजहां इसके पीछे है?
একদম একদম।
क्यों?
ওই যে বললাম সিবিআইডি যে কেসে শাহজাহান জেলে আছে না, তার একটা সাক্ষী আছে আমি।
और एक लास्ट सवाल ये है कि ये जो पूरा हादसा हुआ, कब आप कंप्लेन करेंगे? अभी तक पुलिस ने कोई कंप्लेन आपने किया नहीं, कब करोगे?
এই কেস में যে কমপ্লেন তো এই ছেলে যাচ্ছে এখন করে দেবে।
पर इसका आप ये फाइट करोगे और आप विटनेस भी रहोगे ना, इससे आप मुँह करके नहीं?
You can see the marks on his forehead. The viewers have to go to something big. I thank our guests on the Bengal debate. But big news coming through. Thai authorities have actually cancelled the visa of the Luthra brothers. Officially, it's been cancelled. Now, as per protocol, they will have to be brought to Bangkok. Now, Manoj Kumar Gupta getting us these details. So they will not fly back from Phuket directly. They will fly from Phuket to Bangkok tonight. They will be taken into the detention center this evening or tomorrow. That could happen tonight or tomorrow morning, that they will move from Phuket to Bangkok and into a detention center in Bangkok. The Indian authorities will start the deportation process soon, and by early next week, they should be back in Bharat. Why early next week? Because you're going to run into the weekend, and whether or not the government offices will function and the machinery will function, we'll have to wait and see. But maybe because of the spillover over Saturday and Sunday, that's why their return to Bharat may happen on Monday. Arunima now joining us. Yes, Arunima. So they will be moved from Phuket to Bangkok.
That seems to be the likely course of action over the next few hours. They've already been moved from the beach area where they were hiding, if I might use that word, because they were constantly changing location. Indigo Hotel is where they were detained from, the pictures of which are on your screen. From there, They were brought to the Phuket Detention Center, and now we are told they are being moved to the Bangkok Detention Center. They still have another day. There's still Friday to go where paperwork can move. But then the sense I get is that the Thai police is also taking its own time to vet and ensure that legally they are on solid grounds. So this could take time. Monday or Tuesday is what we are being given to understand the final deportation could happen. But Indian agents are trying very hard to push the Thai authorities to process this as soon as possible.